All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. We got Trotty on my right. Today we're going to be doing a driver, a wood, and a hybrid fitting.
Okay.
All three? Is that correct?
That's you the boss. I just see a bag of woods and I'm ready to rock and roll.
I see. Actually, there's a hybrid right here. We got drivers. The new Qi10. This is actually just released. So this could be one of the first looks on YouTube.
I think so.
At the Qi10.
For sure. The interesting thing is, for any club fitters out there, we've got a wide open fairway, which is always great for first look testing, slightly down off the right. So if you've got a keen eye for this, we probably want to see it knuckle a little bit for a player of your level, and then we know that that's going to be perfect when we get out into different wind directions.
Right, and there's going to be a couple different models here. This is the Max here. This is the new, bigger head, more forgiving head here.
Yep. Hitting 10K on MOI, so moment of inertia, reduction to twist. So you don't miss the middle that often, but some of the guys out there watching this will tend to miss the center a little bit. This is the most forgiving club that we've ever made.
Yeah, so guys, the Qi10, actually the name, the 10 is the inertia, 10,000, right?
Yeah, quest for inertia, QI, and then 10K. So 10,000 inertia points. We've gone through that with this.
That's crazy.
It's legit.
This is gonna be awesome to test out. This is gonna be probably the most forgiving. Then we have the LS in here as well. Let's start out with the Max here.
Yeah, I think the thing to notice on this as you look down at it as a family of drivers, this is the largest head. You've got a full carbon top, more carbon than ever before, so it's lighter. Right. So what we're able to do is move the mass, move the weight into specific places to create that high moment of inertia. Right. Whenever you put the weight near the perimeters of the golf club, that's when it becomes a very straight and stable golf club.
Gotcha. So let's hit a couple here, let's warm up.
Let's do it.
Let's dive right into it.
So this is the most forgiving head
in the world.
The lineup.
In the world.
In the world, baby.
Say it. Say it with confidence, Trotty.
I got you going, and you can tell me, I have the V in the trees down there. You see they've got the three trees together with the one that comes off as a V shape?
I don't. Oh, yeah, the little...
You like that line, or you want to go further right?
No, just right in between those two. I like that.
Okay.
Right at the dog leg turning right.
We got a little bit of down breeze off the right.
Let's hit a couple here with this Max. Now, looking at this right away, it's a little bit bigger of a head. I like it. It looks like, I mean, you can't miss the face. Oh my. Trotty, you did something to this driver. You just took it in the tour truck.
Yeah.
That felt good.
That's really good. So basically, a couple of things I saw earlier from a few shots you hit, and I couldn't help myself. I had to go and have a little tweak of this. I want you to feel like you can let one go and send it. This is where I wanted it to be earlier with the 13 and the 2.5 spin. That's great.
Wow.
Normalized. You're coming down a bit because we're down breeze, remember I said that. So having 2,500 spin on it, down breeze like that, it looked like it hung in there.
Right.
Good first bounce, which is worth having, but I want you to feel like as a player that you can just let this go.
Right.
A little on the range, you were a bit reluctant to give it everything.
Right, yeah, I'm gonna get after this.
Because I don't think that you're gonna lose the dispersion on this. That's the whole point of this driver.
Yeah,
Energy transfer is extremely efficient with the new 60 layers of carbon that we've refined. Like I touched on earlier, there's more carbon in this, so we've got weight in different places to give you that high MOI. Whenever you put weight to the perimeters like this, high MOI. Straightest driver you're gonna hit.
It looks so nice and forgiving.
Much larger look to it. Right?
Yeah, a lot larger, a lot more forgiving.
And that's what I want to see. I want to see all the different things here. All the different flights, different ball shapes. And that's now what we got that we didn't have on the range. Just a little adjustment of the weights there on the tour truck. Again, look at the bounding on the fairway.
Yeah, that was it.
Similar ball speed to where we were, but we've had two great drives. And I can see, looking at this, that spin rate's very consistent. You've got your launch angles coming in there at 12.1 and 12.9, 2,500 both on the spin.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The heights have been within 2 feet.
Beautiful.
So, and this is a great thing with all the TaylorMade clubs. I have a Qi10 on the floor. I've got the LS that I want to go last. But lay all these out together, Grant.
Yeah,
and
look
put
at the
them
difference
as a family.
here.
That's a great spot for you guys to get there. Now we've got the larger head of the Max with the highest MOI, and then we move through where, again, I touched on, there's more carbon in this golf club than ever before. This head is going to be a little more spinny for us than
so
the
that's
LS.
this. Okay, gotcha. So that's not the Max.
No, this is the straight Qi10.
But this is less spinny than the Max.
No, slightly different because the CG, more spin than the LS.
Gotcha.
And then I'll go into LS at the end.
Okay, so this is just the normal.
But again, down breeze, this is probably going to look fantastic. And for any fitters out there, again, you have to take note of where the breeze is to figure out what numbers you absolutely want.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, set up for you. Qi10 is in.
That was hit well. Cut the dog leg.
So as we move between clubs, and on tour this would be the same way, I wouldn't say, I mean, obviously when you're on a channel like this, you talk, but I'd be like, look, hit another one and let you adjust to different CGs, different start lines. You already alluded, like you've cut the corner, so you've pushed it a bit on your start line.
But it still felt like a good strike.
100%.
Really good strike.
And if I look at the numbers of that last golf shot here, then, I mean, it's brilliant, mate. So 165 ball speed, 13.6 and 2400, good numbers.
20, that thing went. Downwind though, but still, I mean.
Most impressive thing about him is always club path and attack angle. Always good, very consistent.
Get after that one a little more.
Your little Healy.
Yeah, not too bad though. I think that was pretty close to the center.
And this shows you, again, you as a player got after it a bit more, 166 ball speed. So yeah, you did.
Yeah.
And I think the best thing about you when I watch you is you just keep the transition so pure. Anyone out there like wanting to learn something from your swing, for me, it's almost like an Ernie Els-esque transition.
Yeah,
So
when I
pure.
try and swing hard, it actually looks no different.
Yeah.
It's kind of embarrassing, you know? So this is kind of like the hybrid between the Max and the LS.
You got it. And the next head I'm going to give you is going to be the LS.
Okay.
So there you go. You've adjusted. I mean,
That
that's
was it.
great.
That was it.
167 ball speed, Grant. That's good. That's a good send. 13.6 launch. Spin rate coming up for us now.
That was the longest one there.
So it probably spun at like 2,500 again and 316. Really good.
Wow.
So before we hit the LS, I had you set up before with the weight slightly in the toe. I'm going to move it now back to the center based on what I've seen with that golf shot.
Gotcha.
Again, I can't highlight it enough. If you're fitting someone, you've got to be aware of direction of wind and things like that, because it really impacts a player of your level, how you start it. Right now, I'm confident I've got 2 out of the 3 heads pretty good for you, and I really like where we're going to go with the LS.
So do you think this LS is going to go further than
I
all
think
the other
given
two?
the spin rate could drop a little bit, yeah. But I also think, and I want you to talk about the reaction rather than me, where you said a couple of things to me off camera that if I put this down now, it's just, I mean, it's a nice look. How do you feel about that?
I'm a big looks guy. I mean, if you're looking down at a putter or a driver, you want to look down at something you really like. I feel like this
Confidence,
driver
right?
head, yeah. I feel like it's a lot smaller. I mean, it is, but I like that look. It's more, I mean, it's what I'm used to, I would say. This size head is exactly what I'm used to. So let's see a couple here. Let's see if they go further. This is the LS now.
And this should be quite neutral for you. You should be able to hit the full send button on this one, and we should get a good start line.
Okay. That felt good.
Great sound, right?
That was hit right in the center of the face. Just a little
So
right.
this is the head that Rory started with and Tommy Fleetwood started with. You can tell now you're getting the confidence. Your club speed, your ball speed are up down to 2,200 spin. So
Right.
for anyone out there who's trying to understand that, that's not spinning up for us. I know you're going to look at that number and be very happy, right?
Wow. Yeah, that's
326 total.
Holy. Okay. Let's hit another one here. Let's get after this. I think this driver's just going to go a lot further, this head.
298 carry.
That's insane.
That's great there.
I mean, yeah, that was hit. Now I want to see where this lands.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I mean, it's starting to get I got a lot more rollout than the other ones.
The great thing about you, and this is again what we can't lose, is you're looking at ball flight and you're looking at land zone. We could pick all these balls up pretty quickly. So that's testament to how great you are with driver. 2.2 path, 6 degrees up, brilliant. This number here, I think people will have to just think about this. 107 feet in peak height. Rory's like 120, 130. You've hit slightly higher than that, but in this shot, with that wind and then the 37-degree land angle, there wouldn't be much more now in an actual fitting I would want to do. That's gone 320, it's gone 11, and it's spun 2200. It could be a hair low because we're down breeze, but if I turn and ask you to hit a golf shot into the breeze, this is going to be amazing.
Yeah,
So from my fitting point of view, I've got 3 clubs here that are all pretty good. Now we've got to lose the monitor and look at it as a player and hit different shapes.
I will say the feel, the contact when it comes off the actual driver head, this one feels different than the other ones. The Max feels like a more hollow. This feels just a little bit different. It's more similar to the Stealth that I play now. I like them all, but this one just feels more powerful coming off the face. And I like the weighting and everything on this. Just feels really solid, this driver head. And that was hit hard. Like, that's the line you'd want to take on the course.
Yeah, easy cruise to carry.
That felt
167
really...
ball speed, 13 launch again, 2,500, 314 total.
Let's see if we get after one. Let's get after one for fun.
What
do you think I can get ball speed,
I think you can find
Trotty?
170 ball speed, right? I've seen you
170?
do it before.
I don't know if I got that, but let's see.
Don't aim too far right now. Keep your target line. That's
was I aiming? Was I drifting off?
Yeah, you're drifting, and that's why they're getting out there a bit. It happens. Good hit there.
Oh my gosh. That was it. Let's see where that ends up. Oh, it's not much further.
15
See, in my
launch.
brain, I'm swinging so hard.
You got that a little high in the toe?
Yeah, high toe.
15 launch, 1900, so 323, and you lost a little bit of speed because it was high toe, so it's 168.8.
168 though.
So if you get that out the center and you're there.
Yeah, that was it.
114 club speed. Definitely a bit more in the tank there.
That was it.
You knew that was it, right?
Yeah, that was hit.
71.2, 71.9.
There we go.
171 point, and that's what happens every
that
time
thing
we bring
almost went
monitors
through
out.
the fairway, actually, over the back.
330
That was the best one all day.
330 total, 113, 36 land angle, really good.
I got to swing like that on the course.
I think it's a really good demonstration to
Yeah.
how these heads can work, and that is just an initial fitting. I mean, honestly, that's as much as I'd put into that. If it was a tour situation, it would now be one of them. It's on you, champ. See you later.
Well, what would you say from numbers and everything? Would you say the LS is the correct one for me?
I wouldn't sleep on the other two, and I would want to see them on a golf course in different wind directions.
Right.
At this early stage. But as a player, if you're leading me down that avenue, then I would probably now continue down that road with you.
Yeah.
Because you haven't hit one. I mean, look, even talking to you, I've highlighted every single circle there is, and you haven't hit one offline. Yeah, and it's done. Good. The only time I said to you, look, the correction is, which means the ball was doing what you were aiming to do.
Right.
So for me as a fitter, it's doing everything I want it to do. So it's a now situational situation. You hand it over to you as the CEO of your own game, and that's what people should do that are watching this. If you're a player, you now make the decision. If I'm a fitter, obviously I'd love to walk down this avenue a bit further, but I mean, for me, it's a great demonstration of all the driving. I mean, it
feels so good, this one. I feel like it's going further too.
I think by the end of today, you'll probably want to just be hitting that one.
Yeah.
But don't sleep on the others.
I mean, the coolest thing, guys, we actually were in the tour truck earlier, and we got to see the video of when you actually hit a mishit off the toe, and the old Stealth, the face opened up like that.
Yep.
This new Qi10, it barely opened.
That is what you're gaining from it by having
Right.
So not everyone hits it the way you hit it. Not everyone strikes it that consistent. Even Colin Morikawa is saying that he only hits one solid one around.
Somehow those were actually all in the center, like almost.
You hit them good.
I only hit a couple high toes.
Must have been the way it was put together.
Yeah.
You're hitting them good.
Trotty went straight to that tour van, got the weighting right. It actually feels
You're
really
hitting them
good. Next to each other. Well, guys, that wraps it up. Trotty, thank you so much for
doing that.
Always great,
mate. Always good.
I appreciate that. Wow. I think I'm going to go with the LS.
For
sure. I mean, I feel like after trying them all, this one just feels the best. Weighting, sound, everything just feels really good to me. I think the Max, though, is really good for Trent, you know, and other.
100%. And I think just like I alluded to, now as you go through the testing session, different wind directions, different golf shots.
Right.
But it's close, really close.
The
job here is done.
Yep. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Also, hit the notification bell to know when new videos are coming out. But until next time, guys,